Do you know how to find wisdom in the midst of chaos when everything seems like it's on fire and it's so noisy, so loud, so chaotic, there's a panic everywhere? Do you know how to find wisdom? Hey, my name is Shane Gerhard. Today's Wednesday, so we're getting into some wisdom. Today's verse is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 21, which says, "She cries out above the commotion. She speaks at the entrance of the city gate." Now, this is referring to wisdom. Wisdom is crying above the commotion. She's at the entrance of the city gates. The first thing that really stands out to me here is the commotion. When you enter a place of commotion, usually this is the marketplace, stores, it could be a large event, whatever it may be. There's a lot of people and you're there with a purpose. And we see that wherever you are, you had to go through the city gates. So you passed wisdom, and her voice is above the commotion. So one of the things that really hits me here is that wisdom is everywhere except in the midst of chaos. It says her voice is above the commotion. Now, have you ever been in the midst of commotion? Like, have you ever been at an event or a concert or a rodeo where there's hundreds of thousands of people that are pushing and shoving? It's so crowded, you don't know how to get through it. You don't know what's on the other side. You don't know where you're going, if you're going the right way. And so what do? You tend to look up for signs around you, pointing where the exit is, pointing in the direction that you need to go, any markers that can help you identify. Because if you look within the chaos and you have your eyes on the people, you're just gonna get pushed around wherever it wants you to go. So the key here is you have to look above the chaos. And what does that mean? How do you know how to look for wisdom if you've never even heard wisdom? How do you know her voice above all the hundreds of thousands of voices that are going on right now? Well, wisdom begins with the fear of the Lord, meaning if you don't have an established relationship with the Lord and you're not spending time with Him, if you're not seeking Him, it's going to be very difficult for you to find wisdom. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those videos where here's the quick hack to get into it and here's how to walk in full wisdom right now, unless you do the steps necessary. And those steps are spending time with Holy Spirit, spending time with God, giving Him your attention. Because when you have the fear of the Lord, when you seek Him, when you put Him first, when you humble yourself and submit to His lifestyle, the one He has called all of us to, then wisdom's voice is going to be very apparent. You know how with your closest friends, your spouse, your parents, whoever it may be, you can be in a really noisy room and hear their voice. You can pinpoint their voice in the midst of chaos because you're familiar with it. That's what it's like to hang out with God, to spend time in prayer, to spend time in worship, to spend time in the Bible, and you learn to develop this attunement to be able to hear the voice of wisdom in the midst of chaos. Like I said, this isn't a quick fix. It's a road to learn how to identify wisdom over time. But you have to commit to it because you'll never find wisdom in the midst of it. You'll always find wisdom above it. And to do that, you must spend time with Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for tuning into today's wisdom. My name is Shane Gerhard, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.